Hello. I'm going to head out into Galloway Forest this morning and feed the red deer. And if we're lucky, we're going to try and feed some wild goats as well. A little bit different, isn't it? Come on then.
Well, the first thing to note is there's something very odd in the sky. I wasn't expecting that. I'd be happy with a dry day. Mind you, it looks a little bit rubbish where we're heading, which is over the hills. So first point of call is going to be to stop off at Watson's in Moniaive to pick up something that deer and goats might eat. Good morning. That's that lovely village, Moniaive. You wouldn't believe this can flood, and catastrophically flood at that. Well, that's us armed with carrots. Next stop, Galloway Forest. And that on the horizon is pretty much Galloway Forest. On a clear day you can see for absolutely miles. But it's vast. So we've got New Galloway village just over the river there, which is where we're heading. This is the Kenbridge Hotel. And this is Kenbridge. So we're just coming into New Galloway village now. We're not going straight into the village, we're going to turn just up the road here on the right hand side towards the forest. But this is a lovely village in summer. There's a great little community shop just up the road there, which is run by the community, obviously. Not for profit type of thing. And all the stuff in it is locally sourced. And there's also a little pasta place down on the right hand side down there as well, which I think is one of the last Hairy Bikers series was filmed. Have to say, this is one of my favourite roads on the big bike. Either of the big bikes. But I also have to say it's a lot better in the dry and in the sunshine. So we should just be about to enter the boundary of the forest. There we go. So we're inside the forest park now. It's a dark sky park, so there's very little light pollution in here. So if you're into astronomy and all that sort of stuff, this is the place to be at night. There's loads of tours and bits and pieces that people do. But even from where I live, which is, you know, it's only sort of 15 miles, maybe 20 miles up the road here, the skies round here are phenomenal. Not today. So we're just approaching Clatteringshaws now, which is a huge loch. There it is. Right on cue. Wow. Very still today. I'm looking at glass. So here we are at the Red Deer range. See how busy it is.
So here we are at the Red Deer Park in Galloway Forest. Let's go and see if we can find some deer. Hello. You gonna say hello? Let's see if we can entice them. Simple hand gestures aren't going to do the job, are they? Go on then. Go on then. Saying? What? It's unreal how close you can get up to them. Well, there you go. That was the Red Deer Park at Galloway Forest. Don't forget to bring carrots. Right, we'll go and see if we can find some goats.
You have to admit, that's pretty cool. The weather's taking a bit of a turn, it's starting to rain. Okay, so the goat setup isn't quite the same as that. It's not as well publicised. And it's not as touristy. But we'll give it a go. Okay, so this is the first place we're going to try. You don't always get... Oh, they are here, look. Well, they are indeed. I wasn't sure we'd get them here. Oh, is it? That was a spot of luck. I thought I'd be up and down the road trying to find them. They're not always here, are they?
So there you go, it's a spot of luck, they're here. Hey yo. Are you hungry though? Are you hungry? Are you? Well, you're greedy, aren't you? Alright, it's plenty, look. What are you saying? What are you saying? Alright, easy fella, you're going to get stuck in there, you. How are you going to get your head out of there? Oh, well done. I love your haircut, mate. Absolutely belting. If I had hair, that's exactly what I would do. It's not a bad spot, is it? Well, thank you. I'd call that mission accomplished. Goats and deers. Deer. The only thing left to do is have a coffee and a sandwich. And that's them off disappearing now. Back into the mountain. Right, let's see if we can get out of this rain. Or at least head outside of the cloud cover. Bloody hell, did you... Well, blimey, the weather's took a turn. I'm out of it now, and I'm not a million miles away from home, but I'm shivering my taters off. But anyway, I've an interesting dilemma. We have 1 bar of fuel left, and I find myself at a crossroads. So that way, in about 8 miles, is potentially a fuel station. That way, in about 8¼ miles, is my house. With 1 bar of fuel. So, I'm going to take 5 minutes, grab a coffee and a sandwich. Jesus, I am shivering. And decide which way to go. Well, I've stopped shivering. I'm glad I brought a flask of coffee.
and I've decided I am gonna wing it home. So stick around in case I'm lost in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely in the middle of nowhere here. We're gonna go for it.
I'm sure I've ridden from my house into Dumfries with the light flashing before now. And that's 10 miles. That's one thing you've got to be careful for around here, is deer running out in front of you. It'd be just my luck that I've just gone and fed his mates carrots and then he goes and knocks me out. How ironic would it be that I travel all this distance and spend all this time to go and feed deer, and then one takes me out on the way home. Well, I'm calling it fuel crisis averted. I know plenty enough people around here now that if I did run out of fuel I can knock on a door and get some.
Well, that's me home safe and sound. Fuel crisis averted. In fact, the fuel light wasn't even flashing by the time I got home. So all in all, I'd say it's a successful day. Deer's fed, we even found the wild goats, they were fed, I was fed, and all is good in the world. Blimey, it's cold. That's how cold it is. Anyway, if you found it remotely interesting, drop us a like, subscribe, comment if you like, and I'll see you in the next one.